beautiful furniture, colorful area rugs, and crystal chandeliers. Almost welcoming despite the chaos. Too bad I wasn't supposed to be here. In fact, I wasn't supposed to get anywhere near the holidays. Ever. I had no idea why, other than some family feud. I'd asked once and was sent away for a year. I never asked again. After getting myself purposely kicked out of the last boarding school I could get into, my father had no choice but to allow me to come back to St. Helena. Notice, I didn't say home. That's because nowhere felt like home. Still, I hated the rules and the regimens of boarding school. This had to be better. I just wanted a normal life. Or as normal of a life as I could have with a grumpy old man for a father. More than likely going to the Jane Whitmore School for Girls wasn't going to give me that. But come on, it had to be better than where I came from. The girls who went to that school were almost as privileged and stuck up as those abroad, except they didn't have nearly as much money to top them. Still, you name it, these girls had it. Boob jobs, nose jobs, lip injections, hair extensions, stylists. Oh, and let's not forget the Kegel therapy to keep their vaginas tight and their virginity seemingly intact. Honestly, it would have been laughable if it wasn't so sad. These girls' minds were set on marrying a guy from the prestigious St. John's School for Boys. And fake enhancements were how they thought they could land their Prince Charming. Whatever. What did I know about tradition? It wasn't like my father or mother attended either school. They were from the previous generation and the age of most of these kids' grandparents. After pondering the right direction, I just picked one and began to weave my way through the crowd. The house was huge, beautiful, and I looked around. The tour I'd just taken had been unintentional, but I'd needed a bathroom. Too much beer. And so what if the one I found was upstairs? And then I got to see the place that was off limits on my way to it. Hey, I was curious. And yes, I knew what they said about curiosity. Good thing I wasn't a cat. What are you drinking? This came from Lawson Brick, a guy everyone called Brick the Prick. I tried to keep walking, but he stopped by stepping in my path. Nothing, thanks, I said. The bottle he held in his hand was vodka, and he raised it. How about a slow screw? I wasn't savvy when it came to mixed drinks, but even I knew that required more than vodka. I looked for some mixers and saw none. He raised a seductive brow. Right, I got it. No, thank you, I repeated. Whatever. Brick the Prick shrugged and took a swig straight from the bottle. Stepping around him, I kept walking and found the girls I'd come with. New friends, or maybe it was more like new acquaintances. Their families had lived in Calistoga for generations. Wine in politics, wine in finance, wine in transportation, wine in land. Wine. That's what we all had in common. Tabitha Perkins was a cute little blonde with a sparky personality and head cheerleader. Lane Barclay was no-nonsense with a persona to match. Her licorice dark hair was smooth, perfect. Like her, I supposed. And Darcy Watkins was a wholesome, kind, nice girl. She had a short brunette bob haircut and wore glasses. She was always studying. She wanted to get on the pre-med track in college. The three of them were sitting on the couches in the family room chatting away. I sat with them and watched the interaction between them. I was also looking for him. The boy I saw in the window when I first arrived. Want a hit? Tabitha waved the joint at me, sending a cloud of fragrant smoke in my direction that tickled my nostrils. Smoking wasn't my thing, but my new reputation needed to be validated, so I took what was offered and drew deep. Handing it back to her, I coughed, destroying the illusion that I was a party girl. That's some strong stuff. I tried to cover. Tabitha went along with it. Either that or she didn't notice my faux pas. Either way, I was grateful. Just as I was grateful for the invite. Sneaking out wasn't difficult. All I had to do was